Hello YouTube coin collectors and stackers. Today we are going to be doing a PCGS unboxing. We're going to be looking at this mailer from the US Mint. And that's about all, so let's get into it. Before we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate it, and thank you for watching. So let's just look at this mailer from the Mint real quick. This is the first one I've gotten. If you've gotten a mailer from the Mint, please let me know in the comments, and excuse the ring light. But I don't know if this has to do with the Superman thing being as kind of weak as it is, but it's a nice mailer, and I'll give them credit. It's a nice mailer, but you can, just by looking at it, we can see how out of whack, I'm going to zoom in a little, some of the prices are. You know, $4,200 for an ounce of gold. That's a heck of a premium. And there's your mint and proof sets. The silver proof set's nice, but it's a heck of a premium. $150 for the silver that's in it, and so forth. Although I do really like these marine coins quite a bit. I think they're quite cool. I may pick up the uncirculated $50 and the proof dollar. I haven't got them yet, but I like them. And then of course your usual suspects over here. So I just thought this was super interesting, the way that they sent this out. Again, I haven't received one of these before. If you have, please let me know. So let's just get into the unveiling of the unboxing of the PCGS. So first, I guess we'll just start. We'll go through them one by one. We'll start at the front here. And so this is the one. So this is the Jefferson nickel, and my hope on this one, and you may have already seen it, is that I would get a full steps on it. So it's a 1944. I thought it was particularly nice when I picked it up, and really nice eye appeal. And if we kind of look at the steps on it here, I mean that is, maybe if I sent it to NGC, I'd get 4 full steps, but there is a little dinger going across the steps, but I thought it was worth it. This one's really close. I apologize if that's kind of hard to see, but I thought it was worth sending it in and giving it a shot. And so what did we end up getting on this guy? We got a MS65, no full steps. And that's too bad because, the full steps designation on this dramatically increases the value on it, and I thought we were going to get it, but we didn't. And so that's how the cookie crumbles. It could be worth a resubmission because it's quite a jump. I'll take another close look at the steps again in a little while. So this is a really nice cent. I bought a collection that had a bunch of really well-preserved Lincoln cents in it, and this is one of them. It's a 1927 Philly, and you can just see how nice that is. The reverse is rotated slightly. I don't know if you saw that. So slightly rotated reverse. That doesn't get a premium or anything, but it's just kind of cool. And so what did we get on this one? We got a 63 red brown. And zooming out a little bit, I agree with the red brown, but that's about as red or red brown as you're ever going to see, right? I mean, yes, I agree it's not a red coin, but I mean, if I'm going to buy a red brown coin, that's the red brown coin for me, for sure. Next up, we have this. Oh, this was some of my favorites. So these aren't being sold. I'm keeping these for my collection. I have some other ones I'm going to list. But these are the 1947 MacArthur coins that came out after World War II. This is the 50 centavos, designed by Lauren Garden Fraser, who was married to James Earl Fraser, who designed the Buffalo nickel. She has a lot of coins to her name, including this one. And I really like this coin. General MacArthur on there. And, this coin's got a big brother, which we'll see in a minute. And I really like this. I thought this was a solid 4 coin, and we got a MS64. So it came in exactly how I thought. You can see it's just dripping with luster. I'm surprised I didn't get a 5, but it does have some marks on it. You can see some marks in the field in front of his face there and some on his cheek. But I'm happy with that. I'm getting that in a 4 holder. And here is the big brother to the 50 centavos. This is the peso. And we just have a bigger version of Mr. MacArthur on there, General MacArthur. And this was also one I was hoping to get into a 4 holder. Now that I see it in the holder, I see a little more sort of noise in the fields and on his face. And let's take a quick look at the reverse. Reverse is pretty clean. I mean, both of these coins are just, you can see it there. They're just dripping with luster, both of these coins. I thought they were worth getting graded and just have the set. And this one got a 3. So a little disappointing, not terrible. I can see why they would give it a 3. But I was definitely hoping for the 4 on the peso coin. Next up, we have a very famous token. It's going to be hard to see in the light here, but Am I Not a Man and a Brother? I bought this in a collection as well. And I thought it was in really, really nice shape, particularly if we zoom in and we can see the ribs, we can see all the muscles in the leg, the calf muscle, the chains are just really, and even the detail in the hair. So I sent this one in. This is from the 1790s. It's considered a Condor token, and it was released by abolitionists in England. This came out in England, who were protesting the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade. So we got a AU-58. So that is fantastic. These are hard to find in the higher grades. You'll see them in XF. Every once in a while you might see like MS-62, 63. But in a 58 holder, this is a very, very nice coin. I'm very, very pleased with that. This is, normally, I'm going to see if I can show you guys how cool this is. Normally, I wouldn't send in a 1959 Philly Lincoln cent. What's the point of doing that? But as I'm coming, hopefully you can see why I did it. Now, this was a high risk for me because oftentimes these kind of coins come back, details, questionable color. But I just love, there you can really see it there. It's blue and purple and just crazy. The back's not quite as cool, as cool. You can see some of the purples and stuff there. But the obverse is unreal. So I just thought this coin deserved to be in a holder, even though I definitely lost money on the deal. And we got a 64 red brown. So yeah, this was definitely like an investment for love because trying to get it in the ring light there, because it's definitely not worth probably what I paid to grade it, but I love that coin, and that one's going in my personal collection because I just don't see a lot of copper Lincoln cents that look like that. I love this coin. So not a particularly rare coin, but this is a 1930 Philly Lincoln cent, as you can see, and you can just see how beautiful this is. This one, when I bought this in the collection, it was in a bag. They had a bunch of different bags, and this was just in a Ziploc bag with a bunch of other 1930 Lincoln cents. I went through them, and this was definitely the best one in the bag, and I thought it deserved to be in a holder. I thought it was a solid 5 coin, maybe a 6 coin, and so I sent it in, and it got a 66 red. Yeah, definitely red. Love the 66 designation. It's not a particularly rare coin in 66 red. A lot of these were saved for some reason, but that's just a stunner. I mean, that's just a beautiful, beautiful gem Lincoln cent. 95 years old, and it was sitting in a closet for decades when I came along and bought the collection. And here it is in a holder where it deserves to be, MS66 red. Now we have some foreign coins. This is a 1/6 Einenthaler from Germany. And I like it because it's got the bear on it. Let's see if we can get in here. You can really see the detail on this coin. See all the detail in the brick, all the little lines in the brick, the little lines on the bear. And it's got some weird toning. Not the best toning on it, but it's definitely almost has proof-like fields when you bring it in the light. It's got this really nice, oh yeah, these are metal orientation. There it is, 6 Einenthaler, 1861A. So A would be Berlin. That's the mint. That's how Germany does the mint. So A is Berlin. And this one got a AU-58. So very cool coin. And I just wanted to get it in a holder. I don't send a lot of foreign coins in, so I was kind of curious about that. Another foreign coin I thought was very cool from a collection I bought. And it's got some toning on it. It looks a lot better in person. But you got this 1898 Mexico 20 centavos. And this is a silver coin. You can see right there. It's 0.9027 fine, so just over 90% fine. It's got some really nice personality to it. The detail in the wings on this eagle is really, to me, the showstopper when you really look at it. And that's why I sent it in. It's getting a little blurry there. I apologize. So this one got a 63. So I'm pleased with that. It's well over 100 years old and got it in a 3 holder. Next one we have up is, this was probably one of my favorites from a collection I bought. And let's see if I can get, there you go. The ring light does help sometimes. Sometimes it hurts. But this coin is unbelievable. I mean, when you see it in person, it's got those carbon spots on his forehead, and he's got a couple on his cheek. So I think they would have marked it down for that. But, the metal orientation again. But, I mean, this coin is in stunning, stunning preservation. Just look at the detail on the fasces and the cornucopia. This is from 1841, guys. You know, this commemorates the 25th anniversary of King Wilhelm, who is pictured on the front here. And I didn't know how this was going to turn out. I think if it didn't have these spots on it, it could have been in a 5-holder. I really think it's that nice a coin with this toning. And it's an MS63. So I'm really happy with that. And I'll tell you why I'm really happy with all these grades in a moment. Next one we have is this one. So this is a 1956. And that might look like cleaning lines to you guys. Those are actually die polishing lines. And die polishing lines are a good thing when you see these coins. They certainly don't affect the grade, but they show a certain level of preservation on the coin. 1956. And I wasn't going for full bell lines because you can see it's close, it's well struck, but it's not quite there. I was actually going for something else on this submission, and it is, let's see if we can zoom in and see it. Hopefully you guys can see it right there. I was going for there it is, you can see it if I hold it still right on his lip. And this one should be a Bugs Bunny, and it is FS401. So I got the Bugs Bunny on this one, which is really neat. MS65, that's great too. Not a super crazy valuable coin, but it's always fun to find these in the wild, and you send them in and get them in these attributed in these holders. So I'm really pleased with that one. That would have been even better if it was MS65 FBL Bugs Bunny, but I knew it wouldn't have full bell lines. And then this is the last one of this batch, and it's special for a couple of reasons. Oh, you already saw it. So I'll just tell you why it's special. So this is the only one from the whole batch that got a details grade, which I think is really neat. And the reason I sent this in is, and I knew it was cleaned. I could tell. I mean, it's very, very lightly cleaned. But if you look really closely, and hold it really still, you can see the doubling on the circle. You can see the doubling all around on the leaves, down below here on the shield, and it's probably going to be hard to see without magnification, but we have doubling on the date as well. So when I saw this coin, I thought we had some interesting things on it. And so what we have is we do have the DDO and the repunched date. Now, it's a minor DDO, but it's neat to have this, and it is, what is this, AU detail. So it's got all the detail on it. It's a nice, fun coin to look at when you get it under the scope and look at all of the detail around that DDO. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'd love to hear from people that receive mailers in the mint, because I want to know if this is a relatively new thing that they're trying to reach out and do some marketing to people, or if they've been doing it for a while. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and happy collecting.